At Rome Fiumicino Leonardo da Vinci Airport, travelers are greeted by an amazing experience, as a trip through art and beauty turns the wait for their planes into an opportunity for discovery. Aeroporti di Roma has been welcoming culture and art for years, displaying works that have gradually transformed every corner of the airport into visionary spaces dedicated to expression and stories. Here, art is more than just a detail. It is an invitation to wander and rediscover the deep link between past and present, explore the connection between the great Italian artistic heritage and newer forms of expression. Where do these works take us? What worlds do they reveal? This is Orizzonte, a podcast series developed by Cora Media for Aeroporti di Roma. In fairy tales, the forest is a symbolic environment. The heroes get lost in the forest. Perhaps they brave it to complete their quest, or they may even wake up there unexpectedly. In some stories, the forest is a safe haven, as in the case of Snow White. But much more often, it's where protagonists lose their way, such as in Little Red Riding Hood, and find themselves in danger. The forest is thick and dark, a place of light, but more often of shadows. When we set foot into the forest, we leave our comfort zone and prepare to face the unknown. Forests are also the core of Vertigine, an art installation by Manuel Felisi, made of two pieces positioned one facing the other, and depicting large trees photographed from below, looking upward. Felisi describes his work as a portal, which transports us into a forest beyond time and ordinary space. A sort of passage, like Alice's rabbit hole, depicted in painting. He says that he was inspired while walking through the corridors, watching people going here and there. It was then that he decided to double the two doors, suggesting both an entrance and an exit, a day and a night. Such meaning is particularly striking when it relates to an airport. Airports are, indeed, seemingly separate from time, just like in a museum, where you start looking at a work of art and lose track of time, not just chronologically, but also by being thrust into the moment in which the artist painted their piece. If you find yourself walking along the space that leads to the boarding area of Pier A at Terminal 1, stop for a moment and try to enter the two large installations by Manuel Felisi. After the strong initial impact of the images of the trees, you'll notice that the works are made up of tiny canvases, which form grids of horizontal and vertical black lines, while the background consists of old decorative rollers covered in acrylic and resin, a layering of materials and techniques which is typical of Manuel Felisi's art. Looking from the bottom upwards towards the trees brings us back to our childhood memories. Laying on the grass and looking at the sky through the leaves, making out images in the clouds, and following with our eyes the planes in the sky as we dream of flying away to discover new lands. Orizzonte is a podcast series by Cora Media in collaboration with Aeroporti di Roma. Written by Rosella Bettinardi, narrated and adapted by John Vincent Aquilecchia. Editing by Sara Poma. Sound design by Lucrezia Marcelli. Graphic design by Rebecca Grassi. The project manager is Anna Nenna. The producer is Sabrina Patilli. The post-production coordinator is Matteo Scelsa. Studio recordings by Luca Possi.